Hello friends, welcome back to Equality. In today's video, I shall discuss the rules of narration change of imperative sentence. So first we have to know what is an imperative sentence. An imperative sentence is a type of sentence which we use to express a command, an order, an advice, a request, a suggestion, a warning, etc. Imperative sentences are in large part in our daily life, in our daily conversation, whether we notice it or not. Take some simple example. Be quiet in the library. Don't smoke. Don't run in the rain. Be careful. Clean your room. Get out of this room. Shut the door. These all are imperative sentences. Even you can find imperatives in road signs like this, or even in many advertisements. You can also find imperatives even in your t-shirt. So let's look at the structure of an imperative sentence. In imperative sentence, the subject is missing. Generally, an imperative sentence is directed to a person or a group of persons, and that person or the group of persons is or are the subject, but that is not mentioned in the sentence. The second thing is that generally an imperative sentence begins with the verb. There are some exceptions, but generally imperative sentence begins with a verb. And the last thing is that imperative sentence ends in full stop or in exclamation mark. In the case of polite or gentle command, for example, please give me your watch, let's eat, let's go to the park, don't make a noise here, we use full stop at the end. But in the case of strong command like get out of here, stop the noise, shut up, we use exclamatory mark. So we have also seen that there are some imperative sentences which begin with please. For example, please give me a glass of water. And there are some which begin with let. For example, let's go to the cinema. Let me go home. So now let us discuss the rules. So first I want to tell you that the rules for imperative sentences are mainly two types. There are separate rules for imperative sentences which begin with let, and I shall discuss these rules in the next video. Okay. So the first step is the change of reporting verb. Reporting verb is here said. So we have to change the reporting verb according to the command. In the imperative sentence, we have to understand the command. For example, think about our last class. In the last class, we have learned the narration change of interrogative sentence. The purpose of interrogative sentence is asking some question, and for that reason, we wrote asked in place of said. Okay, so here we have to understand the type of command, whether it is an order or advice or forbidding something. Okay, when we will be able to understand the command. It will be a very easy thing. For example, the teacher said to us, be quiet. It is obviously an order. The teacher does not advise us in the class to be quiet. Okay, he or she generally orders us to be quiet. When he says to us, read carefully, that's an advice. But be quiet is an order. So we have to write the teacher order, and as the reporting verb is in the past tense, it will be ordered. So said to will be changed into ordered, and then the narrative, us. The teacher ordered us. After that, there will come infinitive to as linker. So in the case of assertive sentence, we have used that. In the case of interrogative sentence, we use if or whether, and in WH question we have used the WH word. And in the imperative sentence, we have to use the infinitive to. So this is the first step, this is the second step. The third step is that we have to find the verb in the quotation. We have to find out the verb. And I have told you that generally verb comes first in an imperative sentence. So we have to write here the verb be, and then we have to write the quiet. So if there is some pronoun, there is any pronoun, we have to change it according to the rule which we have learned while learning the rules of narration change of assertive sentence. Okay, and if there are some special words, that means that words like today, tomorrow, this, we have to change it according to that rule. Okay, so the answer is the teacher ordered us to be quiet. Okay, now look at this sentence. The doctor said to him, don't smoke. So while a doctor is telling a patient don't smoke, it is obviously an advice. So the said to will be changed into advised. As said is in the past tense, advised is in the past tense. So the doctor advised him. The doctor advised him. After that, this is the first step. The second step is imperative to will come as linker. Now look here. Here we find that the sentence begins with don't. So in an imperative sentence where we find don't, there take care of it that we have to write not to as linker. Okay, so the sentence is the doctor advised him not to. After that we have to write the verb. The verb is here smoke. The doctor advised him not to smoke. And wherever you find don't, there you can take the command as forbid. Forbid means a kind of warning. And you can write here the past tense of forbid, forbade. So then you will write that the doctor past tense forbade him. Now you have to remember it that if you use the verb forbade, okay, there is no need to use the linker not to. Even here is don't. Clear? So if you find don't at the beginning of imperative sentence, you have to use linker not to. And in that case, you should not use here forbade. Okay, you have to understand whether it is advised. If it is advised, then write advised. If it is an order, for example, don't run in the rain, it's an order. You have to write ordered. Okay, but as soon as you use forbade, then remember you have to write here only to. The doctor forbade him to smoke, because we know that forbade carries a negative sense, and if you use to negative, that means here a not and the negative word, it will make a strong positive. Okay, so remember it that if you find don't at the beginning, you have to write not to as the linker, and you have to write to if you use here forbade. Okay, let's take the next example. So whenever you find here, please just change said to requested. It's a request. She said to me, that means she requested me. After that the linker will come to. Then you have to think about verb. Okay, remember that in case of imperative sentence, we have to think about the verb first when we will start work on the imperative sentence. Okay, and please will not come in the answer. Please will not come in the indirect speech. So we have to remove please, and then we will find the verb come. And tomorrow is a special word, it will be changed into the next day. So the answer will be she requested me to come the next day. That's all for today. If you have any problem, just write down in the comment section and I shall answer as soon as possible. Thank you for watching.